My name is Patrick Owen. My idea is actually to take my last financial aid check and start an indie record label. When you're starting your own business, the smartest thing to do is to contact your friends and try to get as much help as you can. These friends may include a friend to help with camera work, an old boss who happens to be a Grammy-nominated record producer, or anyone else you might know that could possibly help. This is a look inside the start of an independent record label. This is Undergrad Records.
I know, it's been a long time. And what is this about? Well, the intro video got eaten on a hard drive, and I needed to get the episode out. Thanks to Mack for some last-minute picks, because RJ was out of town. As usual, a bunch of exciting stuff has been going on. We have new bands, a new People of the Industry segment, some live footage of a great band, as well as your usual shenanigans. You know it's never a dull moment here at Undergrad Records, so let's dive in and get this ball rolling.
So anyway, I know that you've been going over submissions from some of the bands that have sent you stuff in from around the country and stuff. There's a couple things that I've worked on that you haven't heard because you've been busy and you haven't been around here that I wanted to show you. A couple of bands that we're wrapping up records for right now, or we just finished stuff, or we're almost finished with. Right. So I'm going to play some of that stuff for you now. The first one.
So Mack showed me several bands he was working with that were really awesome. I guess I should hang out at the studio more during sessions. We listened to a bunch of rock acts, including the Hydra Melody, Young American, Montauk, and this band of young kids called So Sweet the Hour. Every band was really great, but the story behind the kids just seemed too good to pass up. Mack's been working with his attorney on the West Coast to find a deal for him, and several people have expressed interest. I asked more questions about the band and where they were in the process. I'm not sure if I can compete with some of the other names that were mentioned, but I felt like I had something to offer them if they felt like listening.
Yeah, so I think that stuff's huge. I mean, I love all this stuff. I think that there's a really cool factor with the fact these kids are so young and they're all good. Okay, well, cool. Well, let's meet back here, I guess, in a week and do that. One other thing is those kids have a show coming up. Do you want to go?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask and see if any of these bands actually have shows coming up. So
I'm trying to think. Young American, I think, has a show coming up here in the next week and a half.
Okay.
The kids have a show also, and I'll check on Montauk's schedule.
Cool.
So we'll figure that out, though.
Awesome.
But yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about it in a week.
All right, man.
Excellent. Well, I think a good producer takes the artist's vision and makes sure that it's realized in the final recording. Best performances, the best musicianship, the best songs. It just sort of shapes the whole direction of the recording in a way that the artist hopefully agrees with. I think the best part, obviously, is working with the artists. Directly with some really, really creative people. And sometimes they have ideas that aren't easy to understand at first, but when you get to actualize those ideas, it's really rewarding for both them and for me. So I think that's the best part.
And the worst?
It's also the artists. Sometimes they have the worst ideas. So I think that there's a happy medium between there. With the really bad ideas, you sort of set those to the side, and then the good ideas, you keep them. And that's half of what the producer's job is, to make sure that the really bad ideas don't get onto the record. I did have a guitarist who was cutting the solo and his hair caught on fire. They wanted candles around the guitarist when he was cutting the solo. I'm not really sure why, but he leaned over and he wasn't paying attention. He had headphones on, so he didn't hear everybody screaming immediately until it was like, plume of smoke, and the smell lasted for at least 2 or 3 hours in the studio. It was terrible.
And the end result with the artist?
I mean, his solo was on fire.
Okay, so what advice would you give anybody who wants to actually become a producer?
I say hang around studios a lot. Try and watch other producers do what they do, and get a couple of them that you can sit in and listen to, and be respectful of their time. But I think I learned the most coming up whenever a new producer would come in, and I'd be forced to work with somebody else in a situation and go, oh wow, that's a completely different way of approaching that problem, because half of it is problem solving, half of producing records is problem solving. So I think watching other producers is a really good idea. And then, of course, make sure you have good hair.
After a week had passed by, we decided to go check out So Sweet the Hour at a local show. I wasn't sure what to expect, but Mack assured me it'd be a great show. We called the venue and gave him a heads up the cameras were coming. There was also a photographer there I wanted to meet that worked for a local magazine.
She's red, she's gray, said he doesn't sleep, so I should. I think it's time we spent lessons on confidence. She's stopped, she's good. Does anybody know? Honey, I don't know. Just stop and listen to the sound of the rhythm.
impressed by these 15 and 16-year-old kids who really rocked the audience and seemed like they were having a great time. It was a fun show, and I got to meet some people that had seen me on YouTube. We watched the whole set, and then I met the kids and talked to them afterwards about the label and what I was trying to do. We agreed to talk more soon and see if I could bring what they needed to the table. All in all, it was a great night. Mack and I decided to head back to the studio and discuss the act.
So what'd you think?
I thought it was great.
Yeah, no.
They have a lot of energy. Definitely, it's not like a studio thing. Like the talent is like on the stage, so you can actually see during a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is awesome.
So I think, they might be a good choice. It just sort of depends on what their options are. I know Ben is shopping them right now to a bunch of different labels, and there's some interest in stuff like that, but nothing concrete. And so, the thing is, those kids they just want to move forward as quickly as possible. And if everyone else is dragging their feet, there might be an opportunity for you to go in there and go, hey, this is what I have to offer.
Who do I need to talk to?
We probably talk to the drummer's dad. He's kind of the one that's kind of helped arrange everything so far. So and he's the one I communicate with about the label stuff and everything else. So we'll talk to them. But what did RJ think of the show? Did you like it, RJ?
Yeah,
Excellent.
Good. See anything good? Good footage?
We'll have to see how that goes.
All right.
Excellent. All right, well, cool.
So Mack's on his way over. I got the CD here for him to listen to when he gets here, and hopefully it'll give him a good laugh.
You see that front cover, dude?
Yeah, I don't know if this is something he did or if I should be worried about the postal service, but the CD actually made it here all in one piece, so that's good.
Sweet. He's gonna flip.
Yeah, no, hopefully he'll have a better reaction than you did. So, yeah.
All right, so what do you have here? You gonna show me something? You found an act or something?
Yeah, I was going through the demos and came across this Jewel. It's pretty nice.
Okay.
Nice in the sense that it is probably the worst thing I have ever heard.
Okay. Okay, so why am I listening to it?
Well, I know you have an appreciation for everything horrible, and so I think you would like this atrocity that is a demo.
Okay. We don't have to listen to the whole thing, do we? Let's see what you got.
Be smart, be cool, don't be a fool. I'm intelligent. I be making moves like so cool, like so smooth, but so for real, looking intelligent. So
Dude, how can you sit through that? I can't even listen to that anymore.
That is genius.
That is awful.
Who is that? Who is that?
Some guy named Ceejay Fresh. He's I don't even know. That's the whole thing.
Oh, it got mailed.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was
it
one of the
internet
mailed
thing?
submissions. Yeah. So I just
Dude, that is genius.
how is that genius?
That could be bigger than Chocolate Rain. That's seriously, wow, it's huge. That's huge. I mean, it's a little ridiculous, but it's huge.
Yeah,
Come on,
no,
Nuts.
I mean, I'll leave this with you and let you finish listening to it because there's.
I know we're trying to do something legit here, but this is an internet opportunity here. I mean, this guy is. I mean, no photo, no nothing. We don't know.
Nothing. Just a little scribbled CJ. I would be surprised if he even spelled his name correctly. How am I supposed to find this guy?
I don't know. It's the internet, man. Just do a search. There can't be that many CJ Freshes out there, right? I mean, right? I don't know. Does he know how to use the internet? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because the majority of the submissions have been online, but this is.
I mean,
this is mailed.
apparently, I guess.
Well, he's obviously watching the show.
Exactly.
So let's reach out to Mr. CJ Fresh. Hey, Mr. CJ Fresh, if you're watching, that's genius. I don't know if it's deadpan or if it's real, but either way, that's gold right there. We need to jump on that.
Okay.
We totally have to roll with this. No, this is awesome.
All right.
I can't believe you didn't like it.
so don't play with toy with try to destroy.
No, we do a whole record, man. We gotta do a whole record with this guy. Whole record.
That's coming out of your half.
Yeah, so Mack liking CJ Fresh came as a total surprise, but I'm working to track him down. I really like So Sweet the Hour, but I'm certainly not ruling out other bands at this point, so keep sending me more music. All the bands Mac played for me have songs up on my website, so make sure you go and give them a listen. We've got more shows close to finish, so check back soon, and remember, drink refreshing FUZE the next time you got that thirst.